All right, we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this slightly delayed start time for the Work in Progress Wednesday stream. I am your host, Modern Synthesist, Mr. Pink. I'm hoping that I'm not coming to you sounding like a robot. I did test my mic before the stream, but who knows? Kajan says he can hear me. Shane says he can hear me.
Yes.
But maybe Shane and Kajan, you guys should introduce yourselves in case no one is hearing me. So I'm joined by my erstwhile companions, Kajan. Want to say good evening, Kajan?
Hi, everyone.
Hello. And Shane, otherwise known as Voices on Silent. Want to say good evening, Shane?
Good evening, Shane.
Good evening, Shane. Oh, Dan Kaplinger says sounds good so far. That's a good sign. Thanks, Dan. Yeah. So what the hell am I gonna work on tonight? Yeah, we are here for another Work in Progress Wednesday where we do talk random hobby stuff and I work on some stuff sometimes. Sometimes our co-hosts also work on some stuff. Shane, do you want to share video or no?
I am working on stuff, but my desk is a mess.
Okay, that's fine. I will hold down the video sharing thing, side, angle of stuff. Yeah, mostly we talk about hobby stuff, but this evening we thought we might talk about, well, in our last Work in Progress Wednesday stream, we talked about Alien Earth, the new series, and I feel like we did like a spoiler free talk. Is that what we did? Is that a good way to
Yes.
describe it? But this evening we were thinking of doing a spoiler full talk, which would be about the first 3 episodes, not the first 4 episodes, because we're not horrible, because it's been only 24 hours since the 4th episode came out, so we're not
Yes.
going to talk about that.
I was not on board with doing spoilers for that episode.
You were not exposed on board with what?
Doing spoilers for episode 4.
No, because that's cruel and unusual. I listen.
Yes.
I part of the reason we started late this evening is that I barely got to watch episode 4. I know we were just talking up to episode 3, but I didn't want to risk getting spoiled on stuff because I care about the show more than I care about some other shows. So I wanted to make sure I watched it before this. I'm always like, I've got lots of time, and I'm always running up to the clock. Yeah.
I never have.
But before we get into that, what have you guys been up to for the last 2 weeks since we last chatted?
Hobby wise or in general?
You can talk hobby, or if you don't have a lot to say about hobby, you could mention general. Oh yeah, I should note, Kajan has warned us that there was big storms in his part of Germany today, and there is a high likelihood that he will drop off the call at random intervals. So I believe he just did.
Oh. Want.
Sorry, Kajan. But thank you for trying to stay on with us. He might log back on. We'll see. So, as Kajan's not going to take over, Shane, what have you been up to for the last 2 weeks? Anything hobby related that you wanted to celebrate?
I finished the bear.
Yay! Yes, you have worked on the bear on stream before, right?
Yeah, so he's all done, and yeah, I'm slowly whittling away at ongoing projects. I'm finishing up another little dude based on one of the Rotten Factory miniatures, and then I got a new Gribbly that I'm working on, which has like, I'll post a picture later. This is what I'm working on tonight. It's like it's got the lower body of the legs of the second edition Hive Tyrant, and then it's got like the upper body / tail section. I've kind of like cut the Broodlord, the plastic Broodlord's body to kind of fit onto the metal Hive Tyrant legs.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty cool. I think he's gonna look pretty neat.
Cool.
So I'm working on him, and I got some secondhand Studio McVeigh models.
Whoa, cool.
That are gonna make some cool conversion fodder. And
are they from Battle of Alabaster or whatever the heck it's called? Sedition Wars?
Sedition Wars, yes.
Yeah.
Some of them are, but these are actually like the resin the resin limited edition masters from Sedition Wars. So they're like higher detail fidelity and pretty cool. I got some of the ones that are like I forget what the faction was called, but they're like the weird kind of Giger-esque cyborg dudes.
Strain, I think they were called.
The strain, yeah. I got some of the strain, and I'm already looking at them. Like, there's definitely some bits on here that would make cool NID conversions.
Wait, where did you get these higher definition ones? What was the story there?
So Studio McVeigh, of course, did all the sculpting for Sedition Wars, but the miniatures when they came out, like normally they were like either like PVC plastic, and then there were like some models that were produced in metal.
Yeah.
But he produced limited edition resin copies of a lot of the sculpts. Just for collectors who wanted like higher quality, iterations of the sculpts.
Yep.
They're pretty hard to come by on the secondhand market nowadays. But a buddy of mine on the interwebs had a handful, and he was willing to part with them.
Cool.
But they are secondhand, so they're unpainted though. So I just gotta like take them apart to use them as the bits, and thus far they're breaking apart pretty easy without any significant damage.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Nice. I haven't been doing a ton hobby-wise, but I do have good news that on I think the last time we streamed, I was working on some bits of Tyranid terrain that I was sculpting from scratch. This is a very early mock-up of a piece of Tyranid terrain I'm sculpting from scratch. I have now gotten those pieces of terrain finished. I've got them in the mail to our good friend Ramshackle Games over in the UK. And Curtis confirmed today that he received the package, he opened it, and he's going to get to casting some of them up. So sooner or later, if you want to, you'll be able to buy casts of Xenomorph terrain made by yours truly, Mr. Pink.
What about screaming alien talons?
Oh no, we're not doing screaming alien talons because I can't find the damn master.
No, I love those talons.
All I could do is like a cast of a cast. So yeah, I need to find screaming alien talons.
Remake them.
I swear that master is here somewhere. I feel like an idiot for not knowing where the hell it is, but I gotta find it.
It'll show up when you least expect it.
God, I hope so.
These things always
are. So anything else you've been up to?
Well, wedding, like personal life, like a lot of work, a lot of wedding planning.
Yeah.
And a lot of wishing I had a different job. But
oh dang.
But it pays the bills, so what can
just because the job's too busy.
I actually
right
did. Actually, the client I'm working with, their reps today, I was talking to them, and they offered me to come in for an interview. So I don't know. I might take them up on it, but like, I can't talk about what I do on stream,
of course,
like, because technically a lot of it is confidential. But I will say it's like one of the big tech companies. So I don't know if I want to work for corporate evil.
Oh.
Even though I already kind of do, but like directly, I'm like indirectly working for corporate evil.
I mean, it does pay the bills.
This is true.
Yeah, and like you got kids to feed, man. Like, yeah. I'm not gonna judge.
I mean, I'm not having trouble paying the bills or anything. I'm not like scraping by, but it's more the content of the work rather than the pay. The pay is good. The compensation's fine.
Yeah.
It's just more the content of the work is a little bit grueling.
Okay.
Because it's like part, like right now I'm having to be like project manager, field manager, actual guy doing the field work, coordinator of the team, scheduler, attender of the meetings, liaison with the client.
A lot, man.
all the paperwork. You know, it's a lot. Going to all the meetings, like it's a lot
A lot.
right now. So
And that's at your current company. And if you were to jump ship, it would be different.
I have no doubt that it would still be a lot of work, but I do know that I would cut out a lot of the physical labor out of it, which would be nice.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in this industry for about 10 years now, and most of it has been pretty, I would say, like gruelingly physical. I'm not like a construction worker, you know, swinging a pickaxe over his head or working with a jackhammer all day out in the hot sun, but you know, it going up ladders every day, up and down ladders every day for 8 hours is
A lot.
not the most fun.
No.
So I'm getting to that point in my career where I kind of am starting to long for kind of more of an office job.
You're getting to be the grizzled old veteran who goes, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, but then I see like the 80 some year old electrician walking around.
Listen,
Beer
as
hanging out.
someone,
I'm like, I don't want to be that guy.
As someone who is related to a 60, God, how old is he? 66, 67-year-old electrician who was supposed to retire and hasn't retired yet, don't be that guy.
Yeah, unretired old electricians are just a different breed. I see them all the time at my work, and they're just like, they're a whole other animal.
Yep. That's
I don't
my
get
half
how they do
brother.
it. That's crazy, man.
Yep.
I'd be, especially because most of them are working for like unionized companies where like they get pretty good retirement packages. So like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, take advantage of that, my dude. Why are you still here? Go hang out with your grandkids. Or if you don't have grandkids, go and hang out with a 12-pack of beer. Like, why are you here? In sweating your ass off, climbing up ladders at 66 years old, and running electrical cable and risking getting, you know, burned
Zapped.
alive in an arc flash. Like,
Go buy
I don't
some
get it.
miniatures.
Yeah, go buy some miniatures. Get a hobby.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, yeah. So I'm all for getting a slightly more comfortable job. I think you've probably put in your time.
Yeah, I feel like I've still got more to give, but I don't want to. So
You can also
that's where
save
I'm
that
at.
more for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just don't want to be, you know, I don't know. I know other people who like were at about 10, 15 years when I first started, and I look at
Yeah.
them now and I'm like, I can tell what it does to your body.
Yeah.
And like I just don't want to be, I'd like to be somewhat, you know, not a cripple when I'm, you know, in my late 50s, early
Smart.
60s.
Smart. That's a good plan.
So I'm loving whatever's going on here. This
Okay.
conversion you're working on.
So this is as Dan Kaplinger very well put it. Dan Kaplinger actually came up with the name for this thing just now. I don't think I had that name yet. It's the Living Hive Tyrant.
The Living Hive Tyrant.
It's a commission for a dude who saw a conversion using Drycha, the Sylvaneth. Her name's like Drycha Hamwraith or something. The Sylvaneth lady. And
oh wow, that's so sick.
They had, sorry?
I said that's so sick. I think I've missed the development of this
Oh,
model.
dang.
That's so cool.
I assume you guys know everything I'm working on all the time.
I think I saw you first starting it, but I don't think I've seen any of the progress since you first started working on it.
All right, so here, I'll show you some, let's do a quick blue tack. Yeah, so he had seen a picture of someone who bashed a Hive Tyrant with a Drycha model. They did a reasonable job. I would say it was mostly just, here's some Drycha legs on a Hive Tyrant with a normal Hive Tyrant wings, and maybe they put Drycha's arms on it. But yeah, I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I think we can do better. So this is my attempt to do better. I've preserved more of the Tyrannid anatomy than the original conversion did. And I've separated a lot of Drycha like armor plates from her body to well am I? Got the thing in there we go. To remount the armor plates onto the Hive Tyrant in the places where, you know, Tyranid armor plates usually live.
Right.
And then yeah, but I am using her hands because her hands are so freaking cool. But I elected, she has 5 fingers. I elected to chop off 2 fingers on each hand. So now the Hive Tyrant has 3 claws, because then I could use her other fingers as feet claws for the Hive Tyrant.
Oh, yeah,
To make
I
it more
really
look
like
like
the
a
feet a lot.
flying Hive Tyrant rather than a normal walking Hive Tyrant that happened to sprout some wings.
That's very cool. I've actually been like soft working on a flying Hive Tyrant. I've just kind of been assembling parts for it.
Yep.
I've got the idea in my head, but I'm trying to figure out all the parts I need for it. And then actually, these feet give me some ideas.
The
I like
only
these
thing that I
feet a
just
lot.
realized is I'm supposed to make a bone sword for this thing, and I was like, oh yeah, these two arms are gonna be they're gonna be like rending claws, and then for the other 2 arms, I'm like, oh right, it's got wings. Whoops.
You could do like a Baraka type thing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like
No, I really like the
maybe
idea of
even like
like
have it.
asymmetrical stuff.
That'd be cool too.
So I'm thinking of keeping one of these hands and then replacing the other one uh with a swordy thing. And I think I'm going to keep the left hand and I'm going to replace the right hand because there's more funky detail on the left hand.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, my
Yeah,
daughter's
yeah.
calling me.
So this, oh wait, what am I doing? Was I going to do this? Invert them? Yeah, I was gonna. So I need another. Whatever. Chat, what are you working on? Out there in chatty land. So this is going to be, oh wait, that's a left. I got these reversed. That's a right. Whoops, I have them reversed. Ah, so I'm gonna use that.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. And then.
So what I was gonna say is, and this may be too much effort for a conversion that isn't, you know, yours, but I was thinking
Hey,
like if you
listen.
had like a kind of.
As someone who's commissioned me to make something for them, don't you believe that I put less effort into a commission that isn't for me? When I'm
That's
doing a
true.
commission, I am excited about expressing an idea, and it's kind of like my version of a concept sketch where I have an idea in my head and I want to get it out in the model, and I am most satisfied when I do a good job getting my idea well expressed in the model. So I don't cheap out just because it's for somebody else.
All right. Well, then my idea was that with the sword, have like little hivey parts around where like kind of the hand is, and have
Ooh.
little bugs crawling up the blade.
Oh, that sounds cool. Doing a weird arm conversion that I feel like I'm channeling persnickety. I'm gonna use a Tyranid arm the wrong
This
way.
model does feel very persnickety, actually.
Aw, that feels like a compliment because I love Persnickety's work.
Where is he? I haven't seen. Has he been posting
I
recently? I
think he
haven't really
might have
seen.
gotten like a new job or something. Because he was kind of like not super employed before. but he was looking for more work, so he may have gotten. I'm hoping he's been quiet because he's figured out something that's going to pay the bills, because I know that was something he was looking for, but I don't know. I haven't spent as much time on Instagram of late, although I still like post stories now and then. Yeah, so I don't really know.
He did do that cool like cyber demon thing back in July. That was really cool. I'd like to see that thing
Oh,
painted.
that was like the night, right?
Yeah, I'd love to see that thing painted. Just cause like I feel like the details will really shine when like the or at least when it's primed. I'd like to see it primed just to see all the stuff like united together.
Oh yeah, you're the guy who posts like WiP pictures in black and white, so we can't see any of your
Yes.
sculpting.
It's hashtag aesthetic.
Okay, is that what it is?
It makes my Instagram look all nice and tidy.
Okay. I accomplished that by putting a pink background on things.
Yeah, but we don't all have this like specific color association.
Yo,
with
just
us.
pick one.
I
Yeah. Me, I don't know that I have much to report hobby-wise, other than the fact that I'm very, very happy that I actually got that stuff shipped out to Curtis. Because yeah, I think it would be really cool if he was able to cast some of my stuff and we can get it out to folks who want it. Unfortunately, not people in the United States, apparently, because
for now.
who knows how
I
that's
think
going to work out.
actually he should be good soon because I think the UK said they're like resuming like the Royal Mail's resuming normal operations like next week or something.
Okay. But wouldn't you still get dinged on super customs charges or something?
So it's the costs are actually probably going to end up going to the shippers, which then I imagine will eventually
You're
be
going to
offshot
eat.
to
They're
us
not going
when
to
they
eat
raise their
the
prices.
costs.
Well, they're probably no. What they're probably going to do is they're probably going to raise their shipping costs for U.S. sellers to compensate for the losses.
You mean like the costs are going to go to like UPS or whatever and DHL?
Like I have a feeling like UK sellers are probably going to get dinged more when they ship to the US, which is then going to functionally cause them to raise shipping prices for US buyers to recoup the costs of
Not
shipping to them.
functionally, that's what's going to happen. Like that's how
Yeah,
this
exactly.
works.
So effectively we end up paying it. I think they're just making it so that like it's not
It
going to be
doesn't look like the
big
Americans
customs.
Americans don't
Right,
get a
exactly.
bill that says this is a duty you're paying. They just have to pay a lot more shipping.
Exactly.
So, being someone who lives in Canada and who frequently buys stuff from the United States, let me explain to you how this works. It's totally normal, and we're very used to it here in Canada. I can buy like something from the US that is supposed to cost me like $200 US, and I can wind up paying like $80 to $100 in duty and taxes on it. It's wild.
Jesus. Yeah. Fuck that.
There are ways around it that we've discovered from practice, but there's a lot of those services set up in the United States. I don't know that those services exist anywhere else.
Yeah, well, I mean, creating a job,
Opportunity.
a market opening.
Yep, you know? True.
We'll call it Border Dash.
Border Dash. That's a good one. Anyway, okay, yeah. So hopefully,
anybody's watching this who's trying to invent something like that, I'm gonna copyright that name. Don't steal it.
Good luck.
Although with the current political climate, I don't know if Border Dash is a great idea.
You might get flagged.
I was just trying to send models overseas, I swear.
Models, eh? So this is human trafficking we're talking about. No, miniatures, miniatures.
Little people are people too.
He said he was trying to send models overseas. Some kind of Russian bride scam.
What the hell is this? I don't know what this is. What does this bit go to?
Okay.
Oh,
A little bit of
kinda neat.
flash stick cement. All right, so I guess we should talk about Alien.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do, because there might be people who are watching this who don't want to get spoiled because maybe they haven't watched it yet. I mean, you've had at least a week for episode 3 and more for episodes 1 and 2. I'm going to get my good friend Bulbasaur. This is actually budget Bulbasaur that came from some kind of second, I don't know, third party Pokemon maker. I'm gonna put Bulbasaur in the screen here. And as long as Bulbasaur is here, wait, where's Bulbasaur? There we go. As long as Bulbasaur is hanging out, we're talking about Alien Earth. So spoilers abound. And once Bulbasaur leaves the scene, it's going to be safe. Okay? Sound good? That's your
I'll
indicator.
put a comment in the chat.
Oh yeah, take a spin through the chat. Yeah, Shane, can you take a spin through the chat?
Yeah, sure. Everybody's just asking, how's it going? Electric Dust Bunny's here. Radon 995's here. Dan
Hello.
Kaplinger's here. Ripped Lampshade.
Rippled
Ripped Lampshade
Lampshade.
is here.
Lovely.
Ripped Lampshade is here.
Good to see
Tom
you.
Wilson's here. Dan Kaplinger was saying to put the bone sword out of the back of the hands. So yeah, Baraka, pretty much.
Yeah.
Electro Dust Bunny is making his own book.
Cool.
Tom Wilson's working on a Marginalia-inspired rabbit bunny.
Oh, nice.
Ripped Lampshade was asking if you're going to add little bugs crawling out of the holes.
I don't know if I am. I think that might get a little messy.
I think if you're selective with it, it could look cool.
Also,
Like, not everywhere.
I'm not Simon, so the idea of sculpting little bugs gives me hives. That's more of a Simon scale sculpting job, but I can consider it.
I wonder if there's any like bugs from the actual Sylvaneth line that could be like easily modified.
I think they're bigger.
Hmm.
Like in terms of scale. I don't know that they would fit.
You might be right.
Like they've got like dragonfly kind of things that are supposed to be mounted on the bases.
And that's about it on the chat.
Sweet.
So I'll let you go first because I tend to get a little ranty. So
yeah, so I had a plan that I'm sure you're gonna hate. To kind of try to maybe express the rant, exercise the rant, because I do feel that sometimes the internet is really good at getting mad about a bunch of things that were done not as you would expect, rather than celebrating things that were really cool. So my challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to take 60 seconds and rattle off all the things that you don't like in 60 seconds and then move on to talk about the stuff you do like. What do you think?
Well, let me think about, because if I'm gonna think about all the things I don't like, I gotta collate the thoughts in my brain.
Okay, I will get a timer, and maybe I should go first.
So are we specifically talking about, do we get 60 seconds per episode or 60
Nope.
seconds for all 3 episodes?
All 3 episodes. So
okay.
think general.
I think I can pinpoint my 3 major gripes because there really are like three specific gripes I have about the show, at least for the first 3 episodes. There's more gripes from the 4th episode, but we're not going to talk about that tonight.
Okay.
I think I'm ready.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, you're ready? I was gonna try and go first, but I didn't even know what I was gonna say, so I was gonna
Oh
wing
no,
it.
you can go if you want to go first.
Okay. I will go first, and I will try to figure out what the hell I'm gonna say. Look, there's a minute on the clock here. Got a 1 minute timer. Oh, Radon, good night. I'm heading off to bed after booking an HRT consultation. What's an HRT consultation?
HRT.
You know what that is?
No idea. HRT. Hormone replacement therapy.
Oh, cool. Okay. Um,
Treatments.
Congratulations on
Menopause.
booking that.
Symptoms.
And
I don't know.
oh, Radon talked about what he's been up to earlier in the chat. Oh, we didn't go all the way back here for the chat, did we?
Oh no, I didn't.
Kajan said we're running late. Thank you, Kajan. Radon said I thought we're overdue for a 5th member strike. That would be Kajan. Oh yeah, he's updated everyone on his thing. Turns a hobby. I've been kind of dead. I think on a previous stream I've talked about my new airbrush compressor, but I haven't really been active in the hobby. Well, I haven't been that active in the hobby either, Radon. So good luck with your airbrush compressor. Watch a video about how to clean an airbrush. Go find Vince Venturella's how to clean your airbrush. Wait, we're not talking about Alien right now. Get out of here, Bulbasaur. Look, Bulbasaur is gone. We're talking about stuff that isn't Alien. If you get an airbrush, go on YouTube and look up Vince Venturella, how to clean your airbrush. It's about a lot more than cleaning your airbrush. It'll change your life. Dan Kaplinger was staring at some wood animal cutouts that I inherited years ago. I was trying to think how I could repurpose them. Oh, let us know if you come up with an idea, man. I think Aaron said the compressor is as old as he is. Non-hobby wise, I smashed my finger between a catalytic converter and an engine while I was installing Scythe's catalytic converter, and now I have a big blood blister under my middle. Oh, that's no fun, man. I'm sorry.
I hate blood blisters. They're so painful.
Oh, and I'm starting to mentally prepare myself for fighting the U.S. healthcare system to get access to HRT. Oh, that's where he mentioned it.
Ah, I see.
Apparently I'm supposed to follow him on Blue Sky. I don't know if I do. Okay. All right. I think we got there. Okay, yeah. Okay. Bulbasaur comes back. And I'm gonna get a minute up on the clock. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna figure it out. Okay, so I'm only gonna talk about the shit that bugs me to get that out of the way, and then we can talk about happy shiny stuff. First 3 episodes of Alien Earth. Here we go. All right. I don't love that we didn't get to see what was on the ship. I really want to see the ship shit. I hope that they're going to do a flashback to the ship. The hybrids being kids, I don't know if it works for me. I feel like some of them are better at it than others. I really like Smee acting like a kid. I don't know how I feel about, like, God, what's his name? I keep wanting to call him Slowly. I don't know. I don't feel like Curly is acting like a kid at all. I feel like she's just an adult talking weird. I do buy Wendy. What don't I like? Something about Prodigy, something about Kid Cavalier. I kind of like him, but something about the city is weird for me. I think that they're taking a lot of risks that obviously the aliens are going to get out and murder everybody. God, I can't think about other stuff that I don't like. I mostly like all of it. I think some of the stuff in the ship was awkward, like when they were exploring it and stuff, and people were falling out of windows and surviving. But, you know, whatever. It's basically pretty good. That's all I can come up with in a minute. All right. Shane, you ready?
Hold on.
I got a timer. I'll start it for you.
All right. Go.
Go.
Oh
Go.
shoot! I can't tell if it's going or not. Keep
Go.
pausing,
Go.
pausing again,
Go. It's
'cause I'm
going.
going off of the
Listen to me.
time
Listen to me. Go.
Okay. Go.
Yes.
All right. I don't like the tonal jumps on the show. I feel like tonally, the perfect example is the intro gets this really dark kind of.
I love it. It's so good.
Vibe, and then the rest of the show just feels a little bit too CW
40
TV show at
seconds.
times. Like I get a little bit of Arrow out of it. I don't like the kids. I think that they're just kind of obnoxious in the way that they act out the idea that they're kids. And I don't like that the show has fundamentally
25
tried
seconds.
to change how the alien biology works. And I
Oh
think
my
they're
God.
taking too many
You got
risks.
more time. 20 seconds. Come on.
I think they've given Noah Hawley a little bit too long of a leash. I like when they're creative. I don't like when the creators feel like just because they have a long leash that means that they can contradict established lore, especially stuff that's been established for decades.
Oh my God, you did it exactly 30. Good. I mean, exactly 60. Good work, buddy. Good work.
Oh, okay. And I'm just gonna go a little bit over. I hate the fucking rock music at the end of every episode.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird. Dude, they used Tool, but I wish that the Tool had come in a moment where like epic stuff was happening instead of just like fade to black on Stinkfist. I'm like, God dang it.
Think it's just such a weird tonal decision. Like
So,
it just like it doesn't make sense to me. Why
He's been
they
asked
decided-
about that, and he said that it's because he wants it to feel like a stadium show. That's his exact words. He said he wants the television series to feel like a stadium show, and he thinks that
What does that mean?
it means like it's supposed to feel epic, like seeing Tool in like a giant stadium, and he's going to accomplish that by putting rock music at the end of every episode. I don't really know.
What made him think that was the vibe that Alien should have, though? Like,
maybe that's his
get it.
interpretation of cinematic. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. I could talk for a minute about the things I do like, because there are. I don't hate the show.
Okay, well, you don't have to. You have unlimited time to talk about the things you do like. So go crazy.
Okay. Well, I do like. So, all right. Things I do like. The new aliens are awesome. I won't get into episode 4, but
Nope.
one of the particular aliens that is not the xenomorph in this show is fucking awesome. And I honestly watching this show, I kind of wish that we almost would have gotten like a red herring with the show being called Alien, and it would have been like set in the Alien universe, but the xenomorph has like a really small part, and like it being about these other aliens. I feel like
well, we might still get that.
I feel like
we might still get that.
I know, and I feel like with how Noah Hawley is kind of subverting aspects of the established biology and lore around the alien. I feel like with these new aliens, they all seem so interesting, and they have infinite possibility for him to do whatever the fuck he wants with them.
Yeah.
And like, so like, I wish he would just do the crazy shit with them, and like leave the classic alien alone, or let the classic alien have more of a, you could come up with a new role for it to perform in the show, but like don't fundamentally change it to fit the narrative, I guess. I love is it Kresh? The Timothy Oliphant's character.
Yeah, he's the best.
He is great. He is fantastic.
So one observation I had about Kirsch is I feel like the only actor who I recognize in this show is Kirsch, Timothy Oliphant. And I like that.
Right.
I like that everyone else is like a blank slate. That all the other actors.
That's actually kind of how I felt with the prequel, the Ridley Scott movies, because I felt like Michael Fassbender was like, for me, the only really recognizable actor. At least when I first saw it. Obviously in retrospect now, Charlize Theron and Idris Elba are
I was gonna say Idris Elba.
Actors.
Yeah.
But like back in 2012, Idris Elba wasn't nearly as much of a household name as he was.
Oh, dude, I watched Luther, so I was down on that train.
Well, maybe I just wasn't part of that wavelength of.
No, I've had a significant crush on Idris Elba for a long time. He's one of the few. I'm very comfortable in my heterosexuality, but there are a couple of actors where I was like, I don't know, man. Idris Elba's a very attractive man. Hugh Jackman is a very attractive man.
Reset the clock.
Reset the clock. Maybe tonight's the night. Sorry, yeah. So you felt that way about Prometheus, that a lot of the actors were.
Yeah, and I mean, even really going back to like pretty much every film in the Alien franchise, with few exceptions. I mean, I think of all the Alien films, probably Prometheus is the most star-studded. But now that I really think about it, I mean, most of the Alien films haven't really had a like star-studded cast. Like
Good point.
Sigourney Weaver was a nobody before Alien. Like
Yeah.
nobody knew who she was. And I mean, probably I guess you could argue John Hurt was kind of a well-known actor at the time.
British thespian that he was.
Yeah, but like I mean, he wasn't like a movie star.
No.
And I feel like keeping up that tradition is smart. I think they did something kind of similar with the first season of Game of Thrones. The only recognizable actor in that show was Sean Bean.
And you knew he was gonna die.
Right. So, yeah, I like a lot of the actor choices in general. I think all the acting has been pretty good. I know we said we weren't going to complain anymore, but the cyborg
just
guy,
can't help yourself.
some mannerisms are just a little bit hammy for
Oh,
me.
I love him. I think he's so cool.
He kind of comes off as a little bit mustache twirly for me sometimes.
Gotcha.
Like a little overacted, I
don't
guess.
know. Morrow can do no wrong for me. I stand Morrow.
I like him conceptually. I think maybe the actor is chewing the scenery a little bit too much.
Okay.
But I am interested to see like where his plot goes. Yeah, I do like Wendy a lot. I like her I like her character a lot. She reminds me a lot, not in terms of like, I don't know why, but she reminds me a lot of Machiko Noguchi from the Alien versus Predator comics. Just like not really personality, but like her kind of character tone.
Yeah.
She just kind of really exemplifies like a lot of the like one-shot protagonists from a lot of the Dark Horse comics.
Okay.
And like, so I do really like Wendy, and I do think she, of all the actors, best sells the child or like tween in
I agree.
adult body.
I fully agree that Wendy, she's the one that works for me the most out of the Lost Boys.
Yes.
I don't know. I also, for some reason, I really like Smee.
Which one's
I feel
Smee?
like he's doing an okay job. Is he the actor who Ian Get Out? He's the.
Is he the one that's hanging out with Kirsch?
No. That's God. He's the one whose name I can never remember.
I just remember, yeah.
Lolly or something.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's cool. No, Smee is the one who's like Why do I want to keep calling him Slowly? What the hell's his actual name?
I don't remember.
The dude who got implanted by Morrow. What's his name?
Oh.
Slightly, right?
I don't think they reveal his actual name.
Slightly's best friend is Smee.
Yes, Smee. I don't like Smee.
Oh,
Smee, I think, is the worst at portraying that he's a. If Smee is the one I think you're talking. Let me look.
Yeah, probably.
Alien Earth characters. Make sure I'm talking about the right person.
When they're in with Morrow, it's Smee and Slightly. We're having that conversation with them. When is a machine not a machine?
Yeah, the other guy, not the guy that got implanted, but yeah, not Slightly. Yeah, I don't think Smee is a bad actor.
But just
I think
not
he's
good at being a
bad
kid.
at acting like a child.
Okay, gotcha.
Out of all of them, I think he's the most distracting. And like, especially in episode 3, the scene where they're like, bro, dude, bro, bro. Like, children do not talk like that. If you ever see a kid that like, and I know that's not entirely their fault. That's also the writer's fault and the script writers and the director's fault. But like, no child on this planet, especially not in the year 2080, 2090, whatever, talks like that.
Yeah, okay. We're not going to say the things we hate, remember?
It's just that part really just like it just takes me out of the show sometimes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the aliens are awesome.
So I don't know if we stab myself, that's good. I don't know if we talked about this. I think I might have mentioned this before, but in case I didn't. In an interview about the show, Noah Hawley said that the reason that he introduced the other aliens is because we're all so familiar with the xenomorph that it can't be scary anymore. Probably people who have never watched Alien are like, oh, like, what is that thing? What's going on now? But the vast majority of people have seen an Alien film. They know about like the xenomorph life cycle. The whole like chestburster thing is no longer as horrific as it used to be because we've gotten used to it. It's the like horror has become kind of quotidian. So he introduced the other aliens to give us things to worry about. Because like when you see the weird spider octopus eyeball, you're like, wait, what is that thing gonna do? What is it do? What is that weird thing? What is it gonna do? And then like you actually get scared and you're like worried. So I think that was a really cool call on his behalf.
So yeah, I agree partially with that. I think Ridley Scott kind of disproved that in a way, though, with Alien Covenant, because I think the backburster scene in Alien Covenant is fucking horrific.
Yeah, but that's not
Like,
normal alien stuff. That's him introducing new
that's
weird
true.
alien stuff.
But I think he showed that you can kind of bend the rules with the xenomorph a bit and like change it up slightly to make it more horrifying. Like I don't think you need to reinvent the wheel. Not that Noah Hawley's reinvention of the wheel for these aliens hasn't been great. I'm excited to see the last one because like really I think
Is
by
that the
episode
weird
3 there's still only
is that the
one that we
weird
haven't really
plant
seen.
thing?
Well, we've seen the plant. There's like something with wings
Yes.
in one of the tanks, and we can only see it through the tank. We haven't seen it.
I think we've only
And
seen
this isn't.
two. Like we've seen the blood bags and we've seen the eyeball monster, but we haven't seen the
We've seen the
wings.
plant. We haven't really seen the plant in its
We haven't seen it do
full.
anything.
Yeah. So yeah, aren't there 6? There's the Xeno. There's the
Yeah.
plant. There's the eyeball. The bug. The blood bugs. The whatever the flying thing is. What's the 6th one?
Wait, this okay, xenomorph, blood bags, plant thing, eyeball monster, flying. No, there's only 5.
Oh, is there only 5?
And I think in all the
Maybe it was
preview
like
stuff they
6
said they brought
specimens.
back 5 species or something.
I thought they said 6. If it is 6, have they just not revealed what the 6th one is?
We would have gotten a glimpse.
Alien Earth, new aliens. Uh, looking it up. Maybe it was. Maybe it was only 5. I could have sworn I read 6. No, 5 new alien species. Oh, 6 specimens.
What?
So I guess maybe they counted the adult alien and the eggs as like separate things.
Weird.
Maybe they hadn't made the connection yet.
But the adult alien was oh no, they had chest bursters and eggs because they remember they had chest bursters in
Oh,
the
right.
oh sorry, not
Right.
chest bursters.
Yes.
They had face huggers in a container
Yes. Yes. So
and
maybe
eggs.
yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because I guess technically the ovomorph and the facehugger are 2 separate parts of the alien's life
Ovomorph.
cycle.
Oh, look at Mr. Fancy lore master here.
Um so what else was I gonna say? There's something else I really liked about the show. Um damn it. Oh, just getting back to Kirsch. Kirsch is great. And I really like I feel like the Alien franchise, for me at least, has never really missed with the android characters, the synthetic persons
Yeah.
or artificial persons characters. Except I guess you could say maybe Call from Alien Resurrection, but
He was the
that I just think
scientist,
Winona
dude?
Ryder was horribly miscast in that role.
Was he the scientist, dude? The scientist?
No, that was Winona Ryder.
Oh, Winona Ryder. Oh, right, okay.
Very clearly only cast in that role because she was hot shit in 1997.
Yeah.
But other than her, and I have nothing against Winona Ryder. I just don't think that she fits in that role. Um, but yeah, I like Hirsch a lot. I think he's by far for me the most interesting character right now. I still
Yes,
have no
agreed.
idea what his deal is, and I like that. He reminds me of David in that regard, where he's kind of got this like he's smiling and nodding at his, his boss, but you could tell there's machinations
Yeah,
going on in that head of his.
true.
Um,
Um,
I yeah, the episode 3. So I said in episode 3 when it came out, I liked episode 3 a lot less than the first 2 episodes. I liked episode 4 more than episode 3.
we're not going to talk about
So the
episode
show
4,
kind
but
of, I know, but I will say that like the show's kind of been, at least for me, a little bit like, up and down, ups and downs for me. So I think it's good. I don't think it's great. But I
I'd
think
say
it's good.
the
It has the
first
potential
episode
to
is
be
very
great
strong,
or
right?
yes, I would say the first 2 episodes are very strong. Um, the first one perhaps more so, yeah. But the third episode to me dips a bit. I also think just from a just plain old like storytelling perspective, I think episode 1 and 2 felt like they did um a lot with
Sorry,
kind of exposition
a
and
lot.
setting the stage, and I
Yeah.
feel like episode 3 spent a little too much more time setting the stage. Um, but you know, I like it as an Alien super fan. It's not offensive so far. Um, I I'll talk about episode 4 in a non-spoiler context. I feel like episode 4 introduced some concepts that are really gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way. And while I think the execution of them could have been better, as an Alien super fan, I know some of these concepts already exist in the lore.
Hmm.
Not quite in this way, but they already exist, so I'm interested to see what they do with them.
Cool.
So
Um,
I kind of like the direction they're going, more so than what I saw. Like, I mean, really, like the alien life cycle thing is just like kind of a nitpick. Um, does it really super influence the trajectory of the show? No. I just hope it's not. I just view it more as like having a potential for kind of a slippery slope situation where, like, if they'll ignore this, what else will they ignore? You know?
okay. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I'm not as worried about the alien life cycle stuff because I want to see, I want people to have room to explore new things because nothing bores me more than people just remaking Alien to like get Ridley Scott off and like not trying anything new. So I think I have a little more patience for like new weird. Because I'm like, yeah, like it's still kind of, it still feels like Alien. Like you can do things different and still like keep the feel for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't like risk making it an un-alien thing, but I was gonna say one thing I it's a small thing, but something I really like is the cinematography choices, like the slow fades out and like the overlaying of like one image fading into another. That feels very much like how Alien was shot. Like it feels like a more like 80s
It
style of
does remind me of like
videography.
some of the especially the opening scene from the first Alien.
Yeah.
The scene where they're like waking up in the pods,
Oh, that was perfect.
and
Yeah.
they kind of had like the fading images of like John Hurt's face and stuff, or like they did the same thing when Ripley goes into the pod at the end of the first Alien movie. So yeah, I agree that it was something I caught on to too. It is a cool little cinematographical
I feel like
um,
that's a nice way to
trick.
give like a nod to the original without like banging people over the head with "Get off her, you bitch," or "Get away
Yeah,
from her,
get
you
away
bitch."
from her, bitch! Like really, guys, come on.
Like this is a much
It's
classier
like
way.
every Predator movie. It's like every Predator movie always has to throw in a get to the chopper joke. Like, oh my god,
Oh, I didn't
please
catch
stop.
that.
Oh my god. So, total tangent, and I'm sorry if I'm spoiling this movie for you, but if you haven't seen it, don't
What? What?
don't watch it because
What are you
it
talking
is
about?
wow. Predator, the Predator,
Was that the new
the
one?
2018 movie. No, the Predator, the 2018 movie by Shane
I
Black.
haven't seen it.
the most abominable piece of cinema I have seen in a long time.
Really?
I had put off watching it just because I heard how bad it was,
Yeah.
and I didn't believe it. I didn't I thought people were being hyperbolic
Yeah.
about like how bad this movie was. But then I watched it and I was like, how? What were they smoking on this? Like, I'll just give you one example. So like literally there's like this scene where they just got like out of this like hairy situation where they're shooting people and like there's a fire and like explosions and everything's going on and the main characters are like getting ready to like load up onto a helicopter and one of the main characters just stops. His stomach grumbles and he just stops. And then he just goes and takes a shit in the middle of the scene.
Why?
No context. No, we don't know why. There was no setup like, oh, he's been sick or something, and they're just playing it as a long running joke in the movie, a horrible long running. No, it just randomly happens. The guy just randomly in the middle of an action scene decides he has to go take a shit.
Weird.
Very weird. And I was just like, and just the underlying plot of like why the predators are there and like it just like they call them predators in the movie, which has never fucking happened in the
Oh,
entire
that's weird.
Predator franchise. They're like, we call them predators because
Why?
they hunt people, and then like they make this long
These are humans?
recurring joke throughout the movie where they're like, isn't that more like a hunter than a predator though? It's just like, oh my god. That was a movie, man. That was a movie. Like, literally, like, I'll just rip the Band-Aid off. The entire plot is the predators are coming to Earth to hunt people to gather their DNA, so that when humans inevitably kill the Earth with global warming, then they can come and settle Earth using human DNA to like enhance their own DNA, because they like explain that the reason that the predators hunt people is or hunt like other species is to like gather their DNA and genetically enhance themselves. And the main reason that they've come to Earth is because they've decided that people that are autistic are the next step in human evolution,
Oh,
and they
wow.
want to gather the DNA of autistic people.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, wow. All right. That was a choice. That whole movie was just a choice. And the whole film has this weird like it can't decide if it wants to be like a high octane action movie or like a sci-fi horror film or and then it's like interspersed with this like dialogue that's just very like Marvel movie, and it's just weird, just very weird.
Odd.
I
Okay.
wanted to talk about this because I had not seen it, and it's kind of adjacent to Alien talk, but it was just it was the only Predator movie I'd never seen before, and now I wish I never had. And I'm glad that they're choosing to ignore that it exists, because this is worse than like this
Wait,
is worse
Alien
by
versus
far.
Predator 2?
No. The
Is it
Predator.
worse than Alien versus Predator 2 is what I'm asking.
Oh yes, it's 100 times worse than Alien versus Predator.
Wow. Okay.
It's not like that's not even a contest. Like this movie, I encourage actually if anybody listening to this, including you, Mr. Pig, have not watched this movie, I encourage you to watch it because it is actually interesting how bad it is and how irreverently bad it is. And like it's not it's not one of those so bad it's good situations. It's one of those it's fascinating how bad it is situation. Like it's like a train wreck you can't look away from.
Oh god, okay.
There's
Brett.
never been a film in either of these franchises that I contemplated turning off in the middle of watching it before I watched this movie.
Oh. But you saw it through.
I did, and I'm glad I did because I have an educated opinion about what happened, man. Like what, and then I don't know. Like, and then the ending. Like, if you're gonna watch it, I won't spoil the ending because there's like a kind of Marvel style after credit scene. Fortunately, you don't have to sit through the credits to see it. But like, it's hilarious to me that they thought they were gonna get a sequel to this movie because like they set up for one with the weirdest fucking scene probably in the entire movie, other than
Wait,
the random guy taking a shit.
you mean
Um,
weirder than? Oh wait, you said in the entire movie. I was gonna say you mean weirder than the final scene of 28 Years Later. Have you seen that yet?
the what? Oh, I love 28 Years Later.
No,
I
the final
love
scene.
20. Oh, everybody complained about that scene, and I
So
thought I
weird.
liked it. I thought it was kind of set up for earlier in the movie.
Well, there was that thing, but I just thought it was weird. Like people like commented on it and they're like, there's this really weird scene. I'm like, how weird can it be? And then I watched it, I was like, oh wow, okay, yeah, that was pretty weird. And then I like tried to
I
read
mean,
some articles on the internet explaining why it's significant to British people, and I only half understand why.
I think I think there's a lot of like deep seated kind of like symbolic nuance to that scene. I think it's kind of it's incongruous and tonally dissonant on purpose. And I don't know if you've seen a lot of like Danny Boyle's movies, but a lot of his films are kind of like that at times. Yeah, I don't know. That scene just that whole movie felt very Danny Boyle to me.
Okay.
Um so like it maybe like knowing his how his films tend to be, that scene didn't bother me as much as it maybe did for a lot of people. I thought that film was like
It was
on
good
one
up until
hand
that point.
marketed brilliantly, but on the other hand marketed not very brilliantly in terms of like portraying to people what kind of movie it was going to be.
Yeah.
I always knew, like, just because I know Danny Boyle and I love Danny Boyle's films so much, I knew that like this like super dark, creepy, like let's play this creepy poem from the 1930s
That
over
was
this
amazing.
horror
That was
movie
so
trailer.
cool.
Awesome, awesome. But I knew that that was a very surface level view of what this film was going to be about.
Yeah. That
Um,
that scared the crap out of me. Like that trailer with the Rudyard Kipling? Is that what? Yeah,
yeah,
Rudyard
yeah.
Kipling poem. Oh man, it was like so well done. But
Oh
you're
yeah,
right
it
that
was
it
great. It's
doesn't.
one of the best movie trailers I've ever seen. Honestly,
It
it
doesn't.
is
It
so
doesn't
well done.
correspond with the actual film. Like the
Right,
film is like
right.
kind of like quiet in a and like like no fuck. What's the word for it? It's not big and like sprawling. It's like kind of like intimate and like it's a
Yeah,
small slice of that world, but it's really great.
it kind of reminded me a lot of the Road. Did you ever see The Road?
Yes.
It reminded me a lot of The Road with
I've even read the
zombies.
book of the road, and there's this.
I
Oh
love
my
the book.
god, there's a passage at the. I think it's like one of the final pages of the road where it. Oh god, what is it? I wrote it down. I copied it out because it's like talking about like these perfect little pools with like fish in them. Like it's kind of like juxtaposed against the horror and the ruin of the world, and it's like picturing this idyllic space. Oh god, I gotta like I don't. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but there's a really beautiful passage at the end of the road that stuck with me.
Yeah, I mean that book and that movie stick with you. I mean it's a very very dark, but also kind of intimate. I agree. Like that same kind of vibe. It's like a very intimate film. I mean, really, it is from the perspective of two, a father and son. The whole film, basically. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if Danny Boyle took some inspiration from The Road a bit, actually, with this movie. Um, but yeah, I loved it. I think it's my favorite in the trilogy, and I can't wait to see the next one.
What the? Apparently, it's the last paragraph of the book. Um,
Oh, Brett, I will comment the specific thing I'm talking about in the spoiler chat on the Discord.
where is it? Okay, here we go. I don't think this is a spoiler. So this is the thing I don't know. I'm gonna read this because I think it's beautiful. Once there were brook trouts in the streams in the mountains. You could see them standing in the amber current, where the white edges of their fins wimpled softly in the flow. They smelled of moss in your hand, polished and muscular and torsional. On their backs were vermiculate patterns that were maps of the world in its becoming. Maps and mazes, of a thing which could not be put back, not be made right again. In the deep glens where they lived, all things were older than man, and they hummed of mystery. This is like the most beautiful passage I've ever read in a book. Like, holy shit. And it's just like at the end of this like post-apocalyptic novel. I don't know. It's gorgeous. It's stuck with me more than the rest of that book. But that's what I think about when I think about the road.
It's like finding beauty in this horrible, horrible world.
But it's not even finding beauty in the horrible world. It's finding beauty in a memory of the world. Because it's once there were brook trouts. They're not there anymore. In the deep glens where they lived.
Remembering how the world used to be.
In the deep glens where they lived, all things were older than man, and they hummed of mystery. Oh my god, hook that shit straight to my veins. God damn, it's beautiful. Okay, sorry. Total segue.
Well, we were already on a segue.
Did you read, have you read The Blood Meridian? Everyone tells me to read Blood Meridian. I tried, I couldn't do it. Cormac McCarthy book?
Really?
Yeah, I just couldn't.
I have read Blood Meridian.
It pissed me off. Like, I was trying to read it, and it just pissed me off. I don't know if it's like how the like kid talks or something. I just couldn't get past it. Or like the.
Do you listen to audiobooks at all?
I have done. I listened to most of
the
Dark
audiobook.
Tower.
The audiobook's pretty good.
Okay.
That's how I like read it. I mean, I consider listening to audiobooks.
No, so do I. Reading audio. I mean, listening to audiobooks is reading books. That's fine.
Yes, and it literally is scientifically proven to respond. Your brain responds the same way to audiobooks as it does real books. So
Dance with Dragons audiobook, man. I got it for free off of Audible. I listened to that shit while I was driving around.
There you go. And now you will never get the end of the book.
No, I won't. But Shane, have I told you about my Lord and Savior, Sir Preston Jacobs?
Yes, I have. This might offend you because it sounds like you really.
Everyone
like
hates
his work.
Preston Jacobs. Whatever.
I don't hate him. I am not entirely a fan of the direction he tried to take. The rest of Song of Ice and Fire.
So you've actually
I like some of his ideas.
Have you listened to the fanfic chapters?
I haven't listened to all of it, but I have some of the ones I've listened to. I liked some of them. I didn't like others. Some of them I didn't really think he captured the voice of certain characters. But
interesting.
Like it felt like some of the chapters felt like his interpretation of how George would write those characters, but like a very surface level. It's hard to explain. It's kind of hard to articulate, but like I just felt like he didn't get it on some characters.
I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream before, but if you like A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones books, and you have come around to the fact that George R. R. Martin is never going to release The Winds of Winter, there's a guy on YouTube named Preston Jacobs. He is a Game of Thrones or Song of Ice and Fire theory dude who would like make videos about theories about the books. He is working with a team of 7 editors to crowdsource A Winds of Winter. It's a fan fiction of A Winds of Winter. He posts videos on his channel that are chapter calls where he outlines what he thinks should happen in a chapter. Anyone is welcome to submit chapters, and then he and his editors review the chapter submitted and then make a chapter out of them. He has, so I've just posted a link to the playlist. You can also read them in like PDF form. He has a link to the PDF, I think, on every one of, I don't know. There's a link somewhere to the PDF. But he includes all of George's actual sample chapters. He doesn't rewrite those or anything. But then with this team of editors, he's tried to continue the book. I think they do a decent job, but I have also been watching him for a long time. And why is fucking Bulbasaur here? We're not talking about Alien anymore. Yeah, I think he does a decent job, but Shane is absolutely right that his goal with the fan fiction is to finish the book. Whereas with George, it's unclear whether his goal is to finish the books or just to explore more of the world. Like, he will go on
I
tangents. George will.
oh yeah, he's worse than Tolkien in
Yeah.
that regard.
So the thing that Preston and his team don't do is they don't go on tangents.
Right. Which, I what I will say is everybody calling for Brandon Sanderson to finish the series if George
Doesn't know what they're
dies.
talking about.
Please no. Please no.
He's
I
not a
like
good
Brandon
writer.
Sanderson. He is not the right writer for A Song of Ice and Fire.
No.
Please no. Like,
No.
I would rather Preston Jacobs finish the book series than Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah, because Preston, he had to write a chapter with the editors. I think actually he wrote this one himself because he didn't want to make anyone else do it. But it's a Victorian chapter, and apparently George had given he'd read part of the chapter at one point, but it was only no one recorded it, and it was just someone was saying what they remembered from George reading about the chapter, and in it he gets freaky with the dusky woman, and then he smears his seed and blood onto the dragon horn. and Preston Jacobs I don't want to write this chapter, but I have to write this chapter. So that is something
right.
that
You gotta be prepared to get into the mindset of these horrible people because there's a lot of them in A Song of Ice and Fire.
But that is something
especially when you get into the Greyjoys.
Brandon Sanderson is not the guy you want to be writing a chapter about smearing your seed and blood into a dragon horn. That's not. I don't think he could handle that. But anyway,
he's too Mormon.
The link, Brother Pink, you need to get over the fact of people ending stories. Brother Pink has a fixation on stories needing to have excellent endings. He consistently shits on one of our favorite authors, Neil Stevenson, for not being able to do good endings. But it's not the ending that matters, it's the journey, man. Brandon Sanderson is a fine writer, but I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite writers. He's I don't know. His prose is very easy to read. It's not very complex.
I'll be more controversial about it. He's basically the male version of J.K. Rowling.
Oh, there you go.
I'll just say it. I mean, I think he's a little bit better than J.K. Rowling, and he obviously has a much wider, what's the word? Not category, wider repertoire than catalog, wider catalog than J.K. Rowling does.
Yeah.
And I think he's a good world builder, but I think his prose and his writing, if you compare his prose to George's prose, it's fucking night and day.
Yeah.
George is a much better writer.
Brother Pink got me to read Mistborn, and I think the world building in Mistborn was really cool. I liked the weird the element stuff with the magic. I like the weird those big ogre guys that they had that were enslaved. That was cool. I thought it was neat, but I wouldn't say that he's one of my favorite writers by any means. Shane, is there anything else that we want to say about Alien Earth before we officially put Bulbasaur away?
Definitely give it a shot.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
It's definitely worthwhile, I would say.
You might like it, you might not. Be forewarned, there are elements of it that do feel very much like a network television show. And if there's one thing that I've come out of the show thinking, it's I wish this was not a network television show.
Are you just referring to the cuts between scenes, or?
No, I just feel I don't know, very few network television shows come out of it not feeling like a network television show. I can think of two off the top of my head. The Walking Dead and Breaking Bad are probably the two that come to mind. Not that The Walking Dead is nearly as good as Breaking Bad, but Yeah, I just feel like Alien Earth at times feels too much like a network television show, and I feel like it would have been better if it had been like on Netflix or Hulu properly. Um, but say lovey, you know.
Yeah, I think it's great. I enjoy it. I'm super stoked that we're getting an Alien TV show at all. I think we're phenomenally lucky to be getting that, especially on Disney. Like, maybe they'll
Yeah.
realize that they can make content for adults as well as kids.
I mean, it is technically Hulu, but
Well, I don't know. In Canada, it's on Disney Plus.
do you have Hulu?
No, I don't think we have Hulu in
I thought it
Canada.
was. I thought it was only enabled if you like had a Hulu, like you had that like joint Hulu.
No, I don't think
Disney
Hulu
Plus
exists in
account.
Canada.
Oh, maybe that's why. I think
Yeah.
in America you can only get it if you have like Hulu. You have to get like the combo thing.
What is
with
Hulu? Is it
ESPN
like
and
an
all that
adult
stuff.
thing, or?
No, Hulu's like a streaming service. They have like
But
their
it's
own
owned by
shows and
Disney?
stuff. Yes, it didn't used to be. Hulu, they bought out Hulu and ESPN. So now they have like a streaming bundle deal that you can get ESPN Plus and Hulu and Disney Plus all in one, but you can stream all of it just from the Disney Plus app. But the shows are only unlocked if you have the Hulu subscription or like
So,
the joint.
Shane, question that I meant to ask you earlier that I keep forgetting. Kid, I keep wanting to call him Kid Cavalier. Boy Cavalier. His right-hand dude, the old man, bald. Do you think he's a synth?
That is a very good question. It's funny you say that because I was thinking the same thing the other day.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to say no.
Okay.
But I think they're purposefully leaving that vague.
Mm-hmm.
I could totally see it being like a big plot twist though.
Yeah. Also, what the hell is the deal with the guys in the hallways at Neverland steaming the walls? Is that a reference that I'm not getting? The guys in the weird suits, you know? They look like they're just cleaning the walls, and you see them twice.
Oh yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing their best. I maybe they're just like supposed to like be kind of a world building thing where they're like
eons,
like future janitors or something. Like,
but we've seen them twice doing the same thing in 2 different episodes.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like, I think in one of the very first scenes when Dame whatever her face is bringing Wendy in to get zapped over, I think that's the first time we see one of them in the hallway. And then I think it's when is her name Tibbs is wandering around.
Yeah.
There's another, oh, I don't know if that's one, but it's something. There's another point where there's a dude in the hallway and you actually see his face and he's like smoking or something. And I'm like, why are we seeing this weird dude in a suit? Like, maybe...
I'll tell you my speculation.
What?
For them. By the way, are we live? Because I keep seeing the thing go in
I hope so. It says live. Oh, I don't... It's not giving me any errors.
Okay. Somebody in the chat comment on if we're live or not.
Yeah, chat, please save us from ourselves. YouTube says live. The number's ticking. I have excellent connection on YouTube. I don't... Like, all signs point to live. So what's your theory on the weird janitors in the hallway?
I think it's Chekhov's gun. I think
they're gonna kill the aliens in the end?
Or there's gonna be a breach and like the cleaning guys are gonna be responsible for it, and that's why they keep showing them on screen.
Quantum Cthulhu tells us we're live, but Quantum Cthulhu is an ancient god older than time who is also somehow quantum, so maybe we live in different dimensions? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know if you can take anything at face value when Quantum Cthulhu tells you it.
Maybe the real Quantum Cthulhu was the friends we made along the way.
Chat, hit us up with your Alien Earth spoilers while Bulbasaur is still chilling here on the screen. First 3 episodes. Oh,
first 3 episodes.
Cthulhu says no comment. First 3 episodes, chat. You got anything you want to chat about relating to Alien Earth? I want to say, I love the sets. I think that they did the awesome like switches and dials of the Alien movies. They didn't make everything touchscreens or crap like that. Even when like he's talking to Yutani on that like iPad thing, it looks like a 80s like portable TV or something like that. And then also just like they could have, okay, I'm on like this one whatever Discord, and someone in the Discord was giving shit about the fact that the dresser in the kids' rooms is like this IKEA dresser that looks like vaguely Thai or whatever. I'm like, okay, sure, but then there's so much else in like the sets that make up the island that is so like weird 70s sci-fi, like the circular couch in that room that the kids all hang out in. Just like the angles of the walls, like they could have just taken some like modern building with like lots of glass in it and lots of concrete and been like, bam, that's your fuck, I almost said protogen. Prometheus, what the heck's it called? Prodigy. That's your Prodigy like offices, but they put so much work into like building it all. Like it's all built, and it all
Yeah.
doesn't look like they just took a modern looking building and shot in it. Like I love the
See,
Expanse, but a
I'm
lot of the
mixed on
Expanse is
I'm
just
mixed
shot
on
in
that.
modern buildings.
Yeah, I'm a little mixed on that. I think there are some scenes where I think it's done really well, and I can like totally buy that this is like the year 2090 something.
Yeah.
But then there are others where I'm like, that does look like an IKEA dresser, and not specifically that, but like there are some scenes where I'm just like, this does not, like the apartment complex, for instance, in episode 2, I felt like looked a little bit too modern for me. Um,
Wait,
at
which apartment
times.
complex? The ones that the ship was
The
crashing?
one the ship crashes into.
Yeah, I
Um,
definitely feel it more with the Prodigy offices than I do with like the sets. The
or like the in the this was episode 3, right? Where she fights the alien in episode 3.
yes.
That wasn't episode 4.
The
Yeah, so
door.
like the truck and
Oh
like
yeah,
that whole garage, it really
yeah,
felt like they just went into the garage of an
yeah.
apartment complex and
You're
put a
right.
18-wheeler in there and filmed it.
So I guess
Um,
the thing is that when they shoot on location, it's not as great as when they make their own sets and shoot.
shoot on sets,
Yeah.
yeah. And like some of the costumes are a little questionable. Specifically like the soldier guys in episode 2. Uh, their outfits looked horrible.
Like
Like they
Things
they
Unit,
looked like something you
Hermit's Unit.
yeah. They looked like they got their costumes off Amazon, honestly. The guns were fine. The actual outfits, especially the helmets. The
Well, the
helmets were
guns were
embarrassing.
perfect, weren't they? Weren't they like
They
perfect
were like kind of
alien?
a little bit like they look definitely like pulse rifles from 50 years ago, which
Yeah.
is about where they would be. So like they were fine, but it was mostly like the outfits. I just thought were a little bit like, I can see what you're trying to do, but you're not doing a very good job. Here's my thing. My like measurement for how costumes look in shows like this, especially low budget shows, I have very little tolerance for bad costuming in shows because I've been in the costume or in the cosplay community for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and like I can see what
Well, I didn't
people
know you
can
did much
do
cosplay.
with like, yeah, I kind of got out of it in like recent years, but I used to be pretty heavily into it. I had a lot of friends in the cosplay community. I still do. I'm just not really part of the community now, but
Yeah.
I see what people do with like, you know, $300 or $400 worth of materials, and they can make these beautiful costumes that would absolutely look at home on a movie set.
Yeah.
So, like to me, a multi-million-dollar project has no excuse for bad costuming,
Has to do at least that
and
much.
or especially like costuming that's like literally just like we bought some plastic helmets
Yeah.
on Amazon. I
Okay.
mean, like. The first thing I think of is the Gillette Razor communicator from the first Star Wars movie, Episode 1.
What?
In episode 1, Qui-Gon Jinn uses like a communicator that's literally just a like parts of a Gillette razor.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
Yep.
So as long as it's better than that, you're okay with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Mostly.
What am I doing here? Chat hasn't said shit. I don't know. Maybe we've only got 5 concurrent viewers. We've scared people off. Apparently people have not seen Alien yet, and Bulbasaur is scaring them off.
Yeah, that's possible. But, just you and me tonight, and, talking Alien.
Yep.
So if you don't wanna hear about it, go take the time to go watch the show instead. It's a solid show. I recommend it.
Me
I've seen a
too.
lot of hardcore Alien fans really, really pushing back against this show,
Really?
and I get it. Oh yeah, I get it. The show's been very divisive so far, and
You're as hardcore Alien fan as I get.
yeah, like I see both sides. I see why some people don't like it. I see why some people really like it. I'm kind of like part of probably the biggest minority, which is kind of just in the middle. I kind of think I need to see the full show, the
Smart.
full 8 episode,
Yeah.
to like fully decide if I really like it or not, or really
Agreed.
don't
There
like
was some
it or not.
people early on who were like, "Oh my god, this is like Andor, but for Alien," and I'm like, "Can we not please like
Oh my god, I
call
saw that
everything
those
Andor?"
comments too, and I'm
But
like, please stop.
someone did make a good point. They're like, "Well, maybe you should wait until the whole show's out before you comment." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, right."
Right.
Because it could well like the people
Um,
who were saying that were like people who had gotten like the advanced access to watch all 8 episodes. These were like reviewers. And I was thinking they were just doing the stupid thing where like everything was Game of Thrones for a while. You know,
oh
it's the
yeah,
Game of Thrones
The
of
Expanse is
blah.
just Game of Thrones in space.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that so much. That one specifically, I hate. Expanse, Game of Thrones in
Yes,
space. It's like, no, actually, it's something different, which
it was a
is
very common one
has
for
its
a
own
long time.
thing and is actually really good. And I wish you would give it the time of day, other than just being like, well, I guess it's like Game of Thrones. It's like, no, dude, you can have complex shows that aren't Game of Thrones. I think I've hit this drum before, but yeah. So I didn't want people to just start doing that with Andor. Like, oh, this has like kind of good writing. It's Andor for Alien. It's like, try a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, like they act like there hasn't been underlying themes of political intrigue in Alien since like its inception.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I hope we get a little more the corporations.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, and like this is like it's not really a gripe, but like I kind of wish the show wasn't about the Lost Boys. I kind of wish the show like just had Wendy and like the rest of the show was about like corporate espionage trying to get a hold of alien bioweapons.
Yep.
Like it kind of pisses me off. We've only seen Yutani
You
once
wish no
in the
twice.
first 4
Wait,
episodes.
once? What? Only once?
Wasn't it only once?
No,
Like we
twice.
only
So
saw her
first you had
in
a
that one
call
phone
with
call, wasn't it?
you had a kid,
Oh yeah.
the Kid
Okay.
Cavalier call with his toes, and then your favorite guy Moro talking to her, being like, "Where's your
Yeah,
grandma?"
that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. That I kind of. It's funny you mentioned the toes. What's with that? Because like I feel like they've oddly spent some like
I
very
think,
specific shots focusing on his feet, and I'm
especially,
like,
especially
why?
in episode 4, which we're not talking about.
Yes. Like I'm just like, why? Is this supposed to
I
be like?
think,
Am I missing some
I
like
think it's okay.
underlying symbolism
If I
here, or is Quentin Tarantino rolling up to some of these sets and
wait,
just
Quentin
like
Tarantino has a foot
filming a couple
fetish?
scenes? Huh?
He has a foot fetish?
Oh my god! Yes,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Quentin Tarantino is like foot fetish central.
Oh, I didn't know that. So I don't know what the deal is. My 2 headcanon explanations for why we are seeing so much of Kid Cavalier's toes is that it's like weird youth prodigy. This kid is so smart, never wears shoes, always walks around bare feet, and like can like is as dexterous with his toes as he is with his hands because he's a genius. Or B, it's monkey stand-in. It's pushing the whole like hybrid angle further by making him even more human by being like vaguely ape-like. And maybe it's also pushing the fact that like humans are like the evolutionary rung below the both the xenomorphs and the hybrids. But that's a far stretch. That's my weird
Yeah,
head
I mean
canon.
that's definitely a stretch, but like it does really seem like purposeful. Like it seems like specifically overt, and I'm just like I am kind of confused by it at times. But yeah, I really would like to see more of the corporate espionage, and like maybe this is something they'll more get into in like the later seasons, because
I
like I mean the show's been getting pretty good reviews, so I'm assuming they're gonna have more than one
I
season.
assumed it was going to be one season, but that would be cool. I
Oh,
was
I don't know. I don't know if they've already said if it's like a limited series.
let's ask the internet.
No,
I was
it's
hoping
not.
that so for the later episodes. Okay, here's the next thing we're gonna do, Shane. I'm making this up as I go along. We're gonna talk about what we hope to see in the remaining 7, well, I guess 4 episodes because we've all seen episode 4. The remaining 4 episodes of the show, and then we'll see how it pans out. Does that sound good?
What I hope to see or what I think is coming?
What you hope to see. Let's go with that.
What I hope to see. Okay.
Yeah. So my hope to see is I don't think this is gonna happen because of Moro and like the whole like slightly chip, but I hoped to see an incursion by like Wayland Yutani troops to try and capture the specimens. Like Yutani being like, screw this, I'm not going through normal channels. I'm gonna swoop in there and steal my shit. Because I thought that would be kind of cool. And what was the other thing I hope to see? I can't remember. You want to go? Maybe it'll come back to me.
So like on that note, I do want to see a little bit of a taste of like Wayland Yutani putting Prodigy in their place, because I think there's a reason that in the future Wayland Yutani is the company.
Yeah.
They're not one of the companies. They are the company. Even in Alien, which only takes place 2 years after this show, they're known as the company. Now, of course, speaking from a purely, real world perspective, that's because back when the first Alien came out, the company didn't have a name. But um but still, like I would like to see him Prodigy put in its place.
Yeah.
And I totally like to see Wayland Yutani roll up with the Wayland Yutani Commandos and all that, and
Hmm.
you know, showing why don't steal my shit, basically.
To
Um,
confirm, aliens, those were Wayland Yutani commandos
uh,
in Aliens?
which one? Oh no, in Aliens, they were the Colonial Marines. They were
Okay.
technically like the Colonial Marines are technically supposed to be a government
That's what I thought.
branch, but their close buddy with Wayland Yutani is basically meant to
Oh, what's his
make you
name? From
question
Wings?
how governments and corporations kind of get too comfortable with each other.
Okay.
So like it's part of the whole like dystopian aspect of the future in Alien, how much the government has kind of seceded a lot of its power to mega corporations.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
Cool.
so, but no, like in Alien 3, the guys that roll up
The suits?
with Wayland,
Yeah.
um, the guys in like the silver costumes with the goggles,
Yeah.
those are like Wayland Yutani commandos, and a
Okay,
lot of them
gotcha.
are androids, at least in like the comics and a lot of the expanded universe. They're
Yeah.
like combat androids. So
Okay.
like that'd be cool to see. I'd love to see some combat androids show up. Wayland obviously was at the forefront of the development of like synthetics. I think in the lore they were the first people to come up with synthetics, unless you consider the whole um, the whole thing where Ridley Scott said that Blade Runner is takes place in the same universe
We did?
as Alien. Yeah, he's always said that he personally views it that way, and he always intended it to be that way. But like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that kind of contradicts it now that like doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a fun theory, you know.
Well,
There's a reference to the the Tyrell Corporation in one of the Alien films. I think it's in the second movie.
oh,
Um,
okay.
like they mention, I think it's like in one of the profiles for the crew of the Nostromo. I forget which character, but like they mentioned the Tyrell Corporation.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like they mentioned Cyberdyne Systems in the second, or they call it Hyperdyne Systems, which is a play on Cyberdyne, which of course James Cameron did Terminator. So
Oh, okay. I missed that there's a reference to Cyberdyne and
yeah. Well, they call it Hyperdyne, but like that's what they apparently say that Ash was like a Hyperdyne Systems 128.2 android.
okay, gotcha.
Which never made really sense to me in retrospect, because wasn't he supposed to be a Weyland-Yutani android?
Yep.
But um, but I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to see more. I'd like to just in general see more Weyland-Yutani, and I get like Prodigy is like the new hotness in the show because Noah Hawley wants to create his own mega corporation.
Yep.
But like I would like to see more Weyland-Yutani. I would like to see, of course, more of the. I want to see what the fuck is up with that plant.
Yeah.
Um,
And the
I
weird
want to
flappy
see
bugs.
I want to see the yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't really a spoiler because we already know the names of all the episodes, but the name of one of the episodes is The Fly. So I
Oh,
imagine in that episode we're probably gonna get a taste of what the hell that thing is.
okay.
Unless it's gonna be like The Fly from
Oh,
Breaking Bad, where it's like a quarantine
oh
thing
no.
and
I
like
was thinking The Fly, like the film,
or that.
where
That'd
someone's
be
like
interesting.
horribly crossed with some alien.
Which we're not going to get into talking about episode 4, but like there's
No.
some weird stuff going on. There's some weird stuff going on, and there's already weird stuff going on in episode 3, but
Yeah.
like it keeps getting weird. So like there's a couple different ways I could see it going. But I yeah, I'd like to see I'd like to see more of the aliens doing like cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to be as vague as possible because I don't want to spoil anything
Yep.
with episode 4. But like,
I checked on the internet. Apparently, Disney / Hulu have not said if there's going to be a second season, but apparently all signs point to good because the first episode got something like 9 million viewers.
yeah, I feel like the show's doing pretty well in general, so I'd be surprised if they don't.
9.2 million views worldwide within 6 days for the first episode.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And I mean, really, most of the reviews I've been seeing, other than like, some very vocal super fans, have been mostly positive. I mean, I've seen most people are enjoying it, so
Yeah.
I'd say the general consensus is it's good. Obviously, there's a lot of room for expansion. So, yeah, I'd like to see more Weyland-Yutani. I'd like to see more of the other aliens. I'd like to see less of the Lost Boys. I'd like to see some of them die, please. Specifically Smee. Or Smiley. Smiley. I'd like to see Smiley die.
Smiley's not a
Because he's
thing.
just
It's
annoying.
me.
Smee. Is it Smee?
It's me.
Isn't there a Smiley?
No, there's Smee, there's Curly.
Slightly. I'm
Slightly.
thinking of.
Oh, you want to see Slightly die?
Not slightly. I'm saying I was mistaking the names slightly for
Okay.
Smiley.
There's Toodles. The other one's name's Toodles. So
I don't know
Slightly,
Peter Pan well enough to remember
neither
the
do
names.
Slightly, I feel like I'd catch more if I knew more about Peter Pan. Slightly, Smee, Curly, Tibbs, and Toodles, and Wendy, I think.
Toodles. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's probably some Peter Pan imagery in there that I'm missing. Although like there's a little bit of that in the 4th episode. But
Yeah.
which was cute. Which is cute. I like that. The Kid Cavalier. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Chat has nothing to say about Alien Earth. It's only us, man. They're here for the hardcore hobby talk, and we are failing them apparently.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
But shows like this can be very inspirational. They can really get your creative
yeah,
juices
there's like
flowing.
super creepy aliens in it. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I
absolutely.
like the eyeball thing.
Oh, horrific.
There's some inspiration. I love that thing. I love
Horrific.
that thing. That's like so cool. I could watch a whole movie about just that thing.
Gross. I don't know if
I
it's got
want
the
to watch
depth for
a movie
that, but
about that thing.
maybe.
I think if you got more into okay, I can't get into it because of episode 4. I'll message you about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
think
like,
there's definitely some dimension to explore.
I'm trying to figure out what like I'm worried that the other alien species are going to be one-dimensional. Like, can the blood bags do anything other than suck out all your
Just suck your
blood
blood. Yeah, I
and then
had the
create
same
more blood
thought.
bags? Like,
I had the
um
same thought.
I'm sure the plant thing is going to murder people in some mysterious way, but it's stationary, it looks like. Like, what can it really do?
Or is there something inside it that hasn't come out yet?
True. And like the flappy bugs, uh like they're just going to kill people. Like, I don't know.
Or not. Maybe they do something else.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully
I'd
they're
like to believe they're not just like weird looking bugs that just kill you.
hopefully they're not, because that would be like, I want more. Like, the eyeball monster has been horrific enough. That's good. Um
Yeah. Also,
uh
side note, I loved with the cat how
yes.
that was a straight up reference. Have you ever seen Lily Cat?
No?
It is an old, I think, like either late 80s, early 90s Japanese anime horror film that
Oh.
apparently was so horrific that they never released the uncut Japanese version in America. It's like banned.
Oh.
Um, but it was like it's basically The Thing meets Alien. And it has a scene very reminiscent of that scene with the cat. So I'm
Oh.
pretty sure that was a reference to Lily Cat, which is kind of funny that it's come full circle.
Cool. I'm
Definitely
glad
recommend Lily Cat if you've never seen it.
Nora
The
loves horror, so
the DVD of the they finally did release the uncut Japanese version with American subtitles, but the only way to watch it is to get the limited DVD that came out a while ago, and it's like really hard to find, and I cannot find like a rip of it online anywhere.
that's not
And
good.
like when they pop up on eBay, they're like hundreds of dollars.
I don't think I can
Um,
watch it then.
well, you can still watch the cut American version,
Okay.
but it's still good, but it's not as good as the uncut
Like, this is
version.
on Shutter or something?
I don't know. I think it might be on. It's on the Roku channel apparently
Okay, I just need
for
to look it
free.
up then. See if Nora's willing to watch it with me. She loves horror.
Yeah, it's on the Roku channel. Just look up the Roku channel and you'll find it. From what I recall, the dub is actually pretty good, especially given when it came out.
Okay.
87 it came out.
Whoa.
So it's pretty old. But it's got that like really good like late 80s, early 90s um like animation.
It's animated?
Yeah, it's an anime.
Oh, I didn't know it was an anime. I thought it was live action.
No, it's an anime.
Okay.
It's really good. It's a lot of fun. It is very clearly, I don't want to say a ripoff, but it very clearly takes a lot of heavy inspiration from both The Thing and Alien.
Okay. Cool. All right, we'll have to check it out. This blue tack is not tacking for me. Disappointed. All right, I think we should probably call it, as it's getting a little late. Shane, thanks for chatting mostly film and stuff with me. How was your hobby?
Yes.
How did your hobby go this evening?
It went pretty well. I got most of the Studio McVeigh models all broken up and apart. I played around with some chopping up bits for one conversion, and then sliced up this Broodlord Hive Tyrant combo thing that I'm working on.
Mhm.
So he's pretty much ready for green stuff now. I got all the parts removed that I needed to remove to add green stuff. I'm still trying to figure out, like, and I'll post up the pictures of the body, but I'm kind of trying to figure out where I want the lower limbs to go, because I don't want it to be in like where the typical Broodlord limbs are, because with the kind of hunchy pose he's got going on, I feel like maybe like some kind of smaller vestigial
Dude, I was
lower
gonna
limbs
say
might look better.
my favorite is smaller limbs in towards the chest.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that. So his top limbs I've already figured out. One is gonna be um the normal like Broodlord arm, but not the one with the big claw, like the lower arms that are kind of like tucked in.
Mhm.
So the one arm's gonna be that, but then I've got like a what you call it, a neuro gaunt claw arm
Oh, they're so
that I'm going to be
small.
using as a thumb,
They're so
like a
small
really
and
big,
cute.
creepy sickle claw thumb
Yep.
that I'm going to put on the Broodlord arm, mostly because I lost the thumb and I can't find it anywhere. But I think this will look cool anyway, so it's like a happy accident.
Cool.
And then the other arm is the Space Hulk Broodlord arm, the one where he's like got the claw all closely tucked up to his chest.
Yep.
And I've carved away so it's like attached to the back arm holding the Terminator helmet,
Mhm.
and I cut off that arm, and then I've kind of been carving away at like it to make it kind of look like a separate arm, and I'm just gonna have to green stuff over it to smooth it out.
Mhm.
And also kind of maybe fix some of the a little sketchier details, because those old Space Hulk Gene Stealers are a little bit rough
Yep, they are.
in some sections. Um,
They are
but
extruded
yeah,
in that
but
weird
I
way.
think I've cut away most of the really offensive areas, and I
Mhm.
think I can sculpt over it.
Mm.
But I cut off the thumb, and I really like this. He's kind of got like a really muscular T-Rex arm, because he's got like the two fingers going on.
Yep.
Um, I'm kind of trying to go for these weird Tyrannid mutates, the who I call the Dream Cursed,
Yep.
for Triptych 28. I'm kind of going for like this, like all the Tyranid mutates. They're wrong. It's
Yep.
basically, what if the hive mind had limited biomass with which to turn people into Tyranids?
Yep.
They would obviously not look quite right. They would be, they would have like the classic, hallmarks of a Tyranid, the carapace, the typical, multiple arms, the weird heat vent things. But I would also imagine they'd be kind of like asymmetrical, or they might have exaggerated predatory features, like larger mouths, and like
Yep.
maybe mouths in places where things shouldn't have mouths. Parts of their body turning into separate organisms. That's something I'm kind of trying to play around with, is like having like,
Sounds awesome.
I've got this idea for like a human hand that has turned itself into like a little ripper.
Yeah.
Like kind of trying to like separate the fingers into separate like Tyranid limbs, and then like maybe like the middle finger turning into like a weird like mouth type thing. It's a struggle, and I actually kind of enjoy the challenge of like making it look tyrannidy, mutated, but also not too chaos. Can't look too
No.
chaos.
No. True.
And I think I've struck the balance pretty well so far, so I'm trying not to veer off too much.
Nice.
It's mostly been like avoiding using any chaos bits,
Yep.
and really making heavy use of creative use of actual tiered parts.
That is an art.
Yes, and
And there's a
it's
lot. You
more
got to
difficult
switch
than it
around the angles.
sounds.
There's a lot of ways you can do it. Okay, let's call it there. Thank you to everyone in the chat, anyone who's still in the chat. We've got 4 concurrent viewers, so I think people have dropped off. I don't. Is the chat not updating? I don't see anything.
Yeah,
If you
I
made it
haven't
to the
seen
end
anything.
of the video here, and you're watching on YouTube, and it's the recording or whatever, here's little Bulbasaur, and he's come here to ask you what you think about Alien Earth. Tell us in the comments. Show us that you got to the end of this thing. What you think about Alien Earth, and especially Alien Earth as an inspiration for creepy space aliens or Tyranids or chaos or whatever the heck. Let us know if you get any cool ideas from it. We'd love to hear it.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the show.
Thank you. Yes, please like, comment, and
Hop on over
subscribe.
to the Patreon for fun stickers and
Or,
stuff.
well, it's not much going on there right
Maybe.
now, but or you can totally support us if you're in Canada or you're in the United States and you don't want to buy Games Workshop stuff, but you want to buy other stuff. You can totally support us on Fenris Workshop. People do, man. Like, Fenris Workshop is still the #1 way that this channel receives support. So I appreciate all of you who continue to use
Well, maybe
that
not in the
affiliate
United
link.
States right now because
Well, I don't know what's
because
going on there.
tariffs, but
Yeah,
but
but
later.
people are using that affiliate link, and I totally appreciate it because Fenris Workshop keeps emailing me and being like, "We got to pay you again." I'm like, "God, really? Seriously?" So it works. It absolutely works, and thank you for doing it. Yeah. So that's it for this week. The next, we got our schedule all kind of screwed up. We were doing the thing where we were doing 2 streams a week. There won't be a Friday stream this week because I will not be able to do it. My hope is to have the Creature Conference return to its normally scheduled time next Friday, September 3rd, 4th? I can't remember. Friday, September, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be back to the normal Creature Conference time, so you can look forward to chatting with us then. But Shane, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep. Kajan, thank you also for joining briefly. Sorry you had to duck out because of unstable internet. And
Wherever
we'll
you
hope to
are.
chat with Kajan another time. But Shane, have a good 2 weeks, and I'll talk to you soon.
Alrighty, you two the same.
Bye.
Bye.